Nashville Autos today, coming at you from the new Madison Park and Community Center. Never been here? Let's go check it out. Lots of benches, playground equipment for the children's. This is the gym, basketball courts. Fellas over here having them a game. There's the schedule.
What do we have with that?
I'm just checking the place out, man.
Oh, feel free. Look around.
There's your schedules on there. Wow, workout room here. foosball table.
You can't film in here.
Sure I can.
No, you can't.
Sure I can.
You gotta get permission to film, and you putting us on camera.
It's a public building,
You
ma'am.
cannot. No, you cannot do that.
You better find somebody who's got authority.
I am I'm the manager.
You don't.
Well, you cannot do that. You cannot record.
It's a public building,
It's
ma'am.
not. You got to call.
It's a public. It says right on the front.
You cannot film kids and not get permission saying you can do it.
Absolutely can.
Why are you in the building filming us?
I'm filming everything in the building. I've never been
I
here.
need you to leave.
No, I don't have to leave.
Call Metro.
It's a public park, ma'am.
You cannot be filming us, and I tell you, you cannot. Call Metro. I need him out here. He's filming us and all this stuff. We ask him not to, and he said he can. You cannot film us when we ask him
Absolutely
not to.
can.
No, you can't.
Supreme Court tells me I
Metro.
can.
Call Metro.
Call
me.
me.
Film us, ask to put it up. You cannot.
I absolutely can.
Now remind us, you can't be filming us, and we ask you not to. Call Metro. Get him here. That's right. Call him up here. That's right.
That's not true. I go to the baseball game. I never need permission to film 30 kids when I'm filming mine. Sure I can. Sure I can. Yeah, you got cameras. You guys are filming minors. Why can't I? I talked to this man right here. Don't give me no bullshit. Well, I talked to this man when I got here. You didn't say nothing. I filmed you when I got here. Check out the building. I've never been here. It's
There's always people that come in and check out. They want to look in the room, see if they want to get membership. But there's absolutely nothing you can do. What are you going to do with recording? Like, what is it? You just shaking it out?
just, yeah.
No.
I'm going to put it on the internet, disseminate it to people that have never been here so they can see it.
No. We do that on our social web. You can follow us on our social website for that.
Okay.
But no, you cannot.
I can't.
Every single entity that we have, including minors, each one of them has to sign their own release form saying they can be photographed. That does not count. So T-ball or any sports, that's a part of it. They sign up for that. They did not. So you got to have your own permission to record minors.
No, you
They
don't.
did not have. Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. This is literally the building. We don't even have to say what. I can't even.
The Supreme Court does. It doesn't tell you you can't say no. It no nothing against photography. I'm not leaving. The cops are coming. I don't want to be think I'm running. You can't trespass on public property, ma'am. This is public property. It's a park. Owned by the people. Owned by the people. It's owned by the people. Metro government is owned by the people. Yeah, I see you have to pay to use. I did not use any facilities. I didn't use any. I just looked at them. The man told me I could look at them.
You can look at the building, you're right, but you cannot record. That's two separate things. People come here all the time, they want to see, hey, I might buy a membership, I want to look around, I might use a track, but recording is never a part of it, especially when it's minors. Now, you might have a little more case if it was adults, but with minors, it doesn't matter what is going on.
There's nothing illegal about filming minors.
It is.
No, it is
Yes,
not,
it
ma'am. It is not.
I work with them, and I cannot post anything on social media without permission.
That's because it's your policy. You work here. I don't. I'm a private citizen.
No, it's not. That's part. Sir, we're not even going. Can you just exit? I don't even want the police to make it escalate the situation.
I hope they won't escalate.
So you want an issue? I mean, that's
No, I don't want an issue. I wanted to check out the building. I was done and heading down now.
Fine, recording is not. That's the period. That's the end of it.
It's a public building.
It does not matter. You cannot record. So you cannot record. It's for your own personal.
Show me a law that says that, and I'll
There's
look.
no law. It's rules and regulations for Metro.
I go by the law, ma'am. I don't care about rules and regulations.
There wouldn't be a law that says that. That's our rules and regulations from Metro.
Okay, well, I go by what the law tells me I'm legally allowed to do.
You don't just stop at law. There's rules and regulations too. If I have a shirt, if I have a sign that says you cannot come in without a shirt on, that's not a law. There's a rule and regulation that you have to follow. Correct? If I say you can't come in with shoes, you can't smoke on property. Those are not laws, but that is a rule and regulation for the property that you have to abide by.
Don't have to.
Yes, you do. Or you can be dismissed.
Why?
I'm asking you to leave. You are telling me that you do not want to abide by the rules and regulations of this building. And according to that, just like if you told me, hey, this young guy's out there smoking cigarettes, and hey, we're going to ask you not to smoke because that's a rule for regulation. We got people with asthma, you got to leave. If they don't leave, it's the same process. It's nobody picking on you. There's rules and regulations for this building, period. You cannot record minors.
Rules don't trump the law.
It is not about trumping the law. It's about the fact that in addition to laws, there are also rules and regulations. And so what you're talking about is
your rules and regulations can't trump my First Amendment right to be here, ma'am.
You cannot record minors, sir. You cannot record minors. It's very simple.
There's no crime against filming minors.
Go somewhere and try. We're telling you.
I've already been many places filming minors. It's not a crime.
For what?
They get in my shot. I'm not looking for kids.
Well, if that's a part of it, and you're recording minors.
I recorded that. That's at Movement Studio, so I put my film up thing and showed it, and there's minors in there. Oh well.
I'm trying. You need to have permission. It's very simple.
Don't have to have permission to film minors.
Yes, you do.
It's not against the law.
If you want to bring it up, I'm sure everybody in Metro would agree. That it is a rule. It is a rule and regulation for everyone. It's for safety of children. We do not allow that.
Well, I understand safety of the children.
Okay, well then what's the fuss? You can't record them. Like I said, and even me, I cannot record my person. I can't do it without there already being permission on file that their parents are okay with them being recorded for each activity. They are not on that list.
Well,
that is a whole separate team practicing up there. They're
okay,
not part of it.
that's
So
fine.
I can go out to the softball game or t-ball game. That's because they have.
Well, I'm not talking about
regulation.
your t-ball game. I'm talking about any. It doesn't matter.
Then you still can't do it. Unless
Sure you can. I go to a ball game and film my kid playing. There's other kids playing. I need no permission from anybody.
That's just because they probably figure you somebody's dad or whatever the case may be. You do not. And they also probably already have it on record. Hey, you can't play until you sign this waiver that says you can be recorded, posted, all the type of stuff. That's for every activity we have, but they're not a part of that. That's separate.
Okay.
They're not.
Well, I wasn't trying to record them. I was recording in the studio, but.
You can't record minors. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. And it's especially if we don't even know what you didn't say. You didn't come in and say, hey, I'm a part of the news or anything like that, and we would have gave you the proper paperwork. You just walked in and said you were checking it out and you started recording. It does not work like that. It doesn't work like that.
It works every other public building I've ever been in.
Not this one. I'm telling you, as a manager, I'm telling you, it does not work. So, you are free to leave.
If I'm free to leave, I'm free to stay.
No, you're not free to stay. I'm asking you to leave the premises. I'm asking you to leave the premises.
Okay.
Well,
I'm politely going to decline.
And you just, okay, so, just don't call them now. If they're not answering, just call them. Report success or now.
Cops may be coming.
Okay, we just sit going on.
She told me I couldn't film the kids. I had to have permission. I said, it's a public building, ma'am. There's nothing illegal about filming kids. She said, we can't even film kids. No, it's your policy. You work here. I don't. So I don't know what they're going to do. Come on, your boss. He said, I don't work here. I do.
What's your YouTube channel?
Nashville Audits.
Nashville Audits.
Audits, yes.
Why?
Not now, no. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See if the police show up.
Let it rain. Wash away everything clean. There it is. They're coming. All right, we're good, Jess. You all right?
Back in there and ask her, did you call the cops?
I should go back in there and tell her I got like 8 kids on film since I've been outside. She says it's illegal to film children without permission. I said, when do I go to the baseball game and I film my kid and there's 20 other kids in the frame? I don't need permission from all them. She says, well, all them have signed release forms. Not in the league my kid played in. You know?
Let her call the cops.
Nashville audits. I messed with the cops. She said they called the cops on me. I'm waiting so I can tell them that. They tell me I can't film. Tell me it's illegal to film kids. That's not illegal. Right. Cops show up, I'm going to tell that lady, look, I filmed about 8 kids while I was sitting outside waiting for them. What are you going to do? Oh, there he is.
No, Mari.
I see. Let's go check inside this cop's car. See if she left her computer open or anything stupid like that. Well, that's a long talk inside. I hope she's explaining to him that I'm all right. Okay, here comes Officer Fat Chick. See what she has to say, if she's a good officer or a bad.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Officer Tamburello. I'm sure you know they probably called. So
Yeah.
what's going on today? What's your side of the story? By the way,
I just-
there's
it's a
body
public-
camera footage rolling.
It's a public building. I've never been here. I went inside, asked the man, could I look around? He said, yeah.
That's perfectly fine.
I
Then
did a
what?
tour. And at the last thing I did was look in this movement room up here and filmed the little placard that said movement room. There's kids in the room. They
Right.
took offense to that. They tell me it's illegal to film children.
Yeah, you're not. Even us, we have to mark our body cameras as because daycares and these facilities have to have like a.
Right, I don't
release
work for
form.
them.
I'm just saying a release
right.
form. So if they ask
There's
you,
nothing criminal about filming children. I'm not out to film children. I didn't point it at any children. They were just in the
Did
background.
they ask you to leave?
Yeah, they asked me to
If
leave.
they ask you to leave and you don't, you're considered trespassing.
I'm not in there, am I?
You're on their ground. This is
They never asked me to leave the property. They said out of the building.
This
So
is the property.
they didn't ask me to leave the property. They said out of the building.
One second. To my knowledge, they didn't ask if they don't. Just so you know what's up to date.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Good. Did I ask you to leave?
That's why I'm sitting out here.
Okay. All right.
I wasn't going to run. They said they called you. I'm not going to leave the premises. I'll wait for you.
Right.
I want you to think I've absconded or something.
I understand. Do you have an ID on you? Can you check that out, please?
Yeah, absolutely can.
Do you live locally?
That's my ID.
Do you have a driver's license or an ID?
I'm not driving.
Any sort of identification that tells me your name, your date of birth, anything like that?
Nope.
No. Usually it's on a driver's license. You don't.
It is.
you're
I
not-
have a driver's license, but I'm not driving, so.
You're not.
No.
Okay. What's your first name?
Rusty.
Rusty. What's your last name, sir?
I'm not telling you.
Is Rusty short for anything?
No.
Okay.
Red hair.
Right here.
Nothing to do with my real
So
name.
you go by Rusty.
I do.
What's your date of birth?
I'm not going to tell you that either, sir.
Can you tell me that?
Unless you suspect me of a crime, then I'll happily give it to you. But
What we're trying to figure out is they've asked you to leave.
they asked me to step outside. I'm outside.
Okay, so they only said the building.
They never said anything to me once I came out here. I told her I'm not going to leave because you called the cops.
I understand.
And I came out here.
Okay.
I'll go clarify.
You want to see if they want him out of the building or off the
Okay.
property? And if they say that they want you to leave the property, you're going to have to leave the property, though, okay?
Are you going to trespass me?
Huh?
Are you going to write me a trespass warning?
If they tell you to leave, you have to leave. If you don't, then you can be cited for
This is
trespassing.
public property. There's a whole different set of laws for public property for trespassing.
Okay.
If I violate their rules, that's one thing. The rules don't say anything about filming. There's nothing there. There's nothing on the door.
Right, but if you have went in there and done anything that they don't like in there and they want you off the property, then you'll have to leave the property, okay?
You might want to check with the supervisor about that because public property is a lot different than private.
Okay.
This is public property.
Well, right now we're checking to see if...
Right. I didn't do anything to anybody. All I did was walk around and film the facilities.
Right.
That's all I did.
What we're trying to determine is if they want you out of the building. Like, I don't know what went on in there.
Right.
What's
She
your
told me that it's illegal for me to film children. Because I filmed this movement room, I filmed a little placard on the window. It says movement room studio or something. I filmed that. There were kids working out in there. She tells me it's illegal to film
Do
children.
you have any children that were in there? Like,
No.
Were you filming?
No, I was just filming the facility. I wasn't filming any kids. They just happened to be in the shot of the placard that I had. I'm not here to film children.
Maybe they perceived it as you were...
I told her I wasn't. I was just checking out the facility. I talked to the man when I first walked in. I guess he didn't realize I had a camera. I asked him, he said, "Can I help you?" I said, "I just never been here. Can I check the place out?" He said, "Sure." So I just walked around and looked at everything in here, and I was on my way out when the lady jumped me. I'd already, jumped on my butt for filming kids, thinking I did something illegal. There's nothing illegal about filming children. And I'm not trying to film children. I just happen to get them in the shot.
You see where it would be kind of concerning now? Do you have
I do.
kids?
Yeah, I've got kids.
It would
I've
be
got
a little-
grandkids.
It could be a little concerning.
I can understand that.
What they're telling me is they asked you multiple times.
They asked me-
the entire premises. They did tell me that they advised you they're calling the cops and that
They
you said
did.
something about staying outside and waiting on us.
Right.
But they said they asked multiple times to leave.
She never said anything about leaving the property. All she said was leave.
So
That's
what
all
I'm
she
being
said was
told
leave.
by
I can show
at
it to
least
you.
two people, so.
I can show it to you.
Yeah, it's up to you. I'm
This
just
don't
saying.
lie. They can lie. This won't lie.
We're not...
We're trying to make sure everybody's side is taken account of. We're not trying to say, yes, they're just right because you might have perceived what they said a certain way is all we're doing. Okay?
Well, this is my First Amendment right to film in public.
Yeah, like I said, you have a total
And
right.
that's why I don't know why they're complaining.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, we have body cameras.
Right. And they have cameras in there. I can FOIA request that. That's public information. So filming kids is,
1 second.
you know what I mean?
So, I understand that you have a right to film, and nobody's disputing that. Nobody's disputing.
They have. They told me I'm not allowed to film. Period.
But
In the
hold on.
building.
But hold on, like we talked about, okay? You were filming a little placard.
A placard on the
door.
this studio up here is called the Movement Studio. It's got a glass wall.
Okay.
The placard says Movement Studio. I put my camera on that so I could show it. And there were a couple ladies and a bunch of kids working out, maybe 6 kids or something working out in that room. I didn't try to film or anything else, just film the placard. I don't know if they're in my shot or not. I didn't pay
And I
attention.
think to them, like I said, they're not mad that you're recording. It's the fact that there's a lot of children here,
Right.
and that a lot of facilities, like we even have to mark
Well,
if there's a juvenile on our body camera, we have to mark a privacy concern.
Right, and I understand that.
Okay.
And I explained to her that she's not allowed to, even her has to have permission. I said, "Ma'am, you work here. You're a public servant. You work for these people. You have to follow their policies. I follow the law. The law says I can record children. I'm not out to record children. I don't try to record children. But if they walk across my shot, I'm not going to blur it or delete it unless it has identifying information in it, then it would be.
But we agree, as you having children, it could be concerning.
It,
right?
sure, that's why they
Now-
called you, I'm
now
sure.
Whether you meant to or whether it was from
That's
someone
why-
else's-
that's why they
someone
called
else's
you,
point of view,
right.
They might be like, oh, that's weird, right? Okay.
They might think it's weird. It's not weird for me. I'm a photographer. I do this. So, I'll be happy to leave now that, I didn't want to leave when they said you guys were coming. So I'm
I
here.
understand.
If you-
and we appreciate you sticking around so we can hear your side.
Right.
Because that's important too,
Right.
right?
I'm just doing check
nothing
check out
wrong.
public buildings. That's all I do.
So what'll happen is they will probably want your information to put you
They're not going to get it either.
on a list for criminal trespass
They're not going to get it.
so that you won't be able to go in the building.
They're not going to get it. They don't have any right to it. You do if I'm suspected of a crime, but they
Let
don't.
me rephrase that. Let me rephrase
They
that
may
better.
ask for it.
Let me rephrase that better for you.
Okay.
we might need your information.
Unless I
if
do-
they- Hear me out. We might need your information to identify you to put you out on a trespass waiver if they don't want you to further come in the building after today.
That's not how
have to.
trespass works. Trespass, they have to
They have
ask
to
me to
wait.
leave. I left. If they want me to leave the property, I'll leave. When we're done, I'll be happy to leave.
Okay.
If I come back, that's a criminal problem. I haven't come back. I haven't left yet because I waited for you. They didn't tell me to leave the property. She just said leave.
Okay.
She didn't specify. The lady, the black lady that said she was the building manager. I don't know her
We
name.
have clarified it's the building.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So, for their waiver, if we need to identify you, so that we can
That's not
say
going to
that
happen.
you can't come back in the building.
You can tell me that, and I'll be happy not to. But
After
I'm not.
today.
You're not going to identify me.
Well, that's up to them. I'm not criminal trespassing you. They're the ones.
They can't criminal trespass me. I'm not in there. I mean, criminal trespass means I remained where they told me I was not allowed.
What I'm saying is further after today. If they've asked you to leave because you're in there filming.
Well, then
kids,
if I come back, then I trespass, then they can get anything they want, take me to jail or whatever. But
Okay.
I'll be happy to leave after I'm done with you guys.
Okay.
I got everything I needed in the building already.
Do you
so.
have anything here?
No, I just came to check it out.
Okay.
That's all I did is came to check it out. I live in this town, so
If they asked you to leave, you came out here, sat out here to talk to us.
I wandered around a little bit,
and
but
that-
yeah, I waited
well,
on
that's
you.
Fine.
Okay.
And we heard your side, we heard their side, and you're willing to leave. I think everybody's going to be happy, right?
Yep.
Are you happy with that?
Well, I don't think I should be trespassed off public property, but I'll leave. I'm done
Out of
anyway.
the building.
That's a public building.
Out of, okay, but there's workers in there, and if they
And
are
the Supreme Court says if I want to
if
film
they
their
are-
workers,
if they
I'm
are
allowed to.
safeguard- Well, let me ask you this, okay? There are workers in there who are safeguarding the kids who might have thought that maybe you were recording them, which is concerning, right?
I explained to the lady that I wasn't trying to film kids. If they got in the shot, they got in the shot.
I understand.
And if she takes offense to it, I can't help her feelings. You know, it ain't my fault. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm not
You have
trying.
the right to film.
I'm not
They have the
targeting
right to
kids.
tell you can't come back even if it's a
If you
public
saw
building.
something concerning and you called the police and they went out there and talked to them and it was a complete accident and it just happened and it was just a misunderstanding, then that's fine. Just like this case, right?
Right?
Agreed? We're not all going to see things the same way, but
That's true.
all right. So are we happy with that?
I wasn't planning on coming back anyway. I just wanted to check the place out. But
Okay. All right. Well, that's all we have for you then, okay?
Okay.
If you're willing to leave, then we'll go in here and we'll talk to them and smooth it over and we'll all go about our day. How about that?
works for me.
Does that sound good?
Works for me.
All right.
Okay.
You have a good day, okay?
Y'all do the same.
Thank you.
All right. Nashville audits. Talk to the cops. Cops didn't do nothing to me. Of course not. I didn't do anything wrong. We'll like, share, subscribe. Signing off. We'll talk to you on the next one.